Hello everyone, Alex the RC Freak here, coming at you with another video, an upgrade video for my revo 2.0. I got their orange version. As you can see, I went ahead and stuck these red aluminum push links on there. I do not have the washers. There's little washers that go right there. See if I can get you up close and personal. But there's little spacer, like red washers that go right here. And I did not put them on because these rod ends right here, these are RPM short rod ends that I installed, brand new ones. They use the original hollow pillow balls that go right in here. So the RPM rod ends just come with the rod end itself. It does not come with the metal pillow balls. So I use those Traxxas metal pillow balls, but these are RPM rod ends. This is the Traxxas push rod. I took them out of my original eRevo brushless, and I had them on there. I had bought it for that kit, and I don't really use that kit anymore ever since I got this. But I put them on here, and with these brand new RPM rod ends, it had previously RPM rod ends on there before, and yeah, I just swapped them out, and nothing was wrong with the old ones. I just swapped them out to new ones to freshen it up. As you can tell, these are the original boots. There's a hole in there. There's a hole right in there. See how you can see it there? It's a hole. See it? I don't know how well you can see it there. But yeah, see that hole? These boots are torn. I don't really like these boots. I think they're pointless, honestly. There's a little piece of branch or something there. And to see how dirty this is, I need to clean that. But anyway, this is an upgrade video. If you've been following my channel, you know, I've been doing a few upgrades on this truck. It's held up very well. The body's held up very well. But what I recommend, if you get one of these, seriously, if you have an eRevo 2.0, if you got it pre-owned, if you got it brand new, I really recommend spending the extra time to completely take apart the differentials, transmission, CVDs, oil them, the shocks, you know, make sure the nut is tight on the shock piston, you know, go through it, you know, really, you know, go through it very well. It really does, I think, pay a benefit to you to do that. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing an upgrade on this, a rear chassis brace upgrade. Now keep in mind, I have never broken a factory rear chassis brace. If you know the eRevo 2.0 chassis, it comes with front and rear chassis braces that are plastic or composite, if you want to call it that. So I have never broken one, and I beat the crap out of this truck pretty hard, and it's actually held up extremely well. The only thing I'm currently having a problem with is the ESC or speed control, and the receiver on the vehicle. The receiver port, the number 2 port, and the receiver for the speed control, the speed control, or the ESC if you want to call it that, plugs into is a little bit loose, because I tried to do some backflips on this, and I think I landed one pretty hard, and it jarred it loose. So it kind of, the speed control has been kind of acting up. So it does work. You just got to unplug it and plug it back in. So I may have damaged either the receiver and the speed control, which possibly could have happened, or the receiver could have just got bumped so hard and shocked so hard from that landing that it ended up breaking. So anywho, that's what happened. So that's what I've been dealing with. It does work. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more backflips with this truck just because of that reason. I don't want to like constantly go through electrical stuff. Just keep in mind, my belief, backflips are hard on any RC vehicle. I don't care how well it's built or how cheap it's built. Backflips are really hard on any RC vehicle. I don't care how good of a driver you are, or if you're just a beginner driver. You know what I mean? Like, I learned how to do backflip on my Arma Creighton V3, and you know, it was a pretty exciting moment for me because I've always kind of been scared to try it, and I ended up trying it, and I'm pretty good. I'm getting pretty good with the Arma Creighton V3 on backflips. This thing, I'm okay-ish at. Like I say, I am no professional driver. I'm not saying I am the best driver. I drive them the way I like them. You know what I mean? So anyway, here's the part that I'm going to be putting on, just so you can see it. It's an aluminum chassis brace from Traxxas. It comes with longer screws, and then a shorter screw right there, 2.5 in the back. So this is the chassis brace. It's blue. It says Traxxas is like 1/8 inch thick aluminum. Really nice. There is the part number 5632 is the part number, just so you know. It's a rear chassis brace. It's really nice. I think it's a lot better than the composite plastic one. So anyway, I'm going to take this body off here. I really do like this body. This body, I have not, a couple times it's did it. If you hit it super hard in the front nose, it's actually held up very well. This screw right here, this screw is coming off. Let's see if I can show you. That screw is coming off, or popped out of the body while the other ones are still there. Not a big deal to me. This body's cracked right here. It's kind of, you know, bent over right here. It's poked through because of shock tower right there. It's cracked right in the back here. It's cracked in the back. So it's held up pretty well. Yeah, so it's cracked right there. Has a crack in it. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's actually held up very well. So I'm not going to complain too much. I'll probably get another stock body and run it, to be honest with you. But this is what hits the body and makes those lumps up front. So what we're going to be replacing is this right here. This rear chassis brace. So this, nothing's wrong with this one. It works absolutely perfect. It's just, it's plastic. So I'm going to be doing aluminum, possibly having a little bit more access on the sides of the shock there. Because this one does not have braces that go down the side. It just goes right here. It just connects right here and then right there. So yeah, it's pretty, I think it'll be pretty good. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. I'm going to get it unboxed, the parts, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so I cut the zip tie. There's a zip tie that went right across here. Right across here, I cut it and I moved the wires down like that. So I just kind of moved them out of the way, just gently, very gently stuck them like that. You want to be gentle that you don't bend this too much. So right here, you also want to inspect. It looks like I got some damage on the insulation, just a speck right there. And it could be just from being bent so tight like that. So just inspect your wires. Like, for example, this one right here. I don't know how well you can see it. Let's see if I can move that camera better for you. But this one kind of has a little bit of like, I don't know, road rash, I guess you could say, on the heat shrink there. But like I say, it's not going to affect performance. It's not like metal to metal. But there is a couple screws we're going to have to do here. There's one there, that's 2mm, and then there's one there, and one there on the other side. So there's a total of 4 screws. So there's one there, and then there's one there. These are 2.5, that's 2.5, and that's 2.5, that's 2.5. So now keep in mind, these screws come new in this kit. In this kit right here, those are the screws. So these are this long screws right here. These long ones go right up front here, right there and there. And then the short one, or this longer one, goes in the back there. Just so you know. So make sure to use those screws. Do not forget or do not use them. So I'm going to loosen these screws now, and I'll be right back with you. Now, this one I recommend doing it by hand. I'm going to loosen this one by hand. Okay, so here's the brace. Look how thick that is. That's pretty thick. So that's what it looks like on the bottom. So that's the top. This goes towards the back. This section right here is the back. This obviously is the front. So basically what you do is you stick it. One thing I like to do is take your finger, just make sure that you wipe all the dust off that edge there. And maybe even wipe it off the back there. So just take it, stick it on just like that. And they made this to fit perfect. Now these are your longer screws. These are a lot longer than your stock screws. This is your stock screw right here. Just to show you. It is a little bit longer. Actually, no, it's not. Well, Traxxas says replace it anyway. So stick it on down. Stick it on down. And here's a 2.5 millimeter screw. Nice and pretty shiny black. So this back screw, I recommend strongly doing it by hand. Because if you don't, if you use a power tool, you have a high risk of actually stripping it out, or something like that. I wouldn't want to do that. So I recommend just getting it tight by hand. And then once you get it tight by hand, that should be good. Just like that. Then you just take your 2.0 millimeter Allen. These are 2.5 right there. And you just run those in. So you just run it in, and I recommend using your 2.0 millimeter wrench, like this, and 2.5, sorry, my bad. So just use a 2.5 in there, and just make sure they're tight, just by hand. You don't have to like go man Hulk on them, or turn into the Incredible Hulk or anything like that. Just get them tight, and then there you go. Bam, that's in. That's what it looks like. How does that look good? To me, that looks real nice. I mean, that looks pretty good, and it's a nice, pretty blue. I like the dark blue color, And what's nice is, see this slot right here. This is a nice slot that if you wanted to run suspension limiting straps, which I am going to be doing on this, you use a zip tie on this part right here to this part, and it'll help hold the suspension up. Now you can also use 90 millimeter or 100 millimeter rock crawler axle limiting straps, and that would work too. You put the limiting strap part on this, and you wrap it around here. You wrap the both straps around here and put both ends on this bolt right here, and then that way this will hold up the rocker. Or you could just do it right here, which I'm going to do with a Velcro piece of strap or something like that. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that just yet. So anyway, I'll keep you guys posted on what I do there. But yeah, this is the rear chassis brace, and it actually stiffens it up way better than the plastic one. So yeah, it stiffens up quite a bit actually. And then just so you know, there's the front brace. That one's a pretty good one. But yeah, and then for these wires, if you like to have them in the factory location, or if you're wanting to keep it neat and tidy, just use a zip tie and just zip tie it to this thing right there. Just zip tie it just like that, and it should be okay. Or you could just leave the wires like this. That'll work also. So whatever you guys like to do. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I sincerely appreciate any and everyone who's commented on them. Took the time out of their day to comment on my videos, like them, who's subscribed to my channel. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot. So all it lets me know is that you guys are liking my content that I'm putting out for you guys, and I do greatly apologize. It's been a while since I've put a video out. So, but yeah, I just recently bought my dream car, so that was a pretty big move in life for me. That's a 2010 Ford Taurus show, so I'm pretty excited about that, or SHO if you want to call it that. So anyway, thank you so much guys for hanging in there and being awesome that you guys are. And let me just let you guys know that if you just purchased this rig and you're new to RC and you know, let's say you're just kind of nervous and working on it and stuff like that, please let me help you. I'm more than happy to help you out with any questions you may have. And I want you guys to know, if you're new to the hobby, or just maybe you've been out of the hobby for a while and you need to get back into it, or you'd like to get back into it, and maybe you're kind of nervous, you know, I believe in you. So just let you know, I believe in you. Everyone started from somewhere, you know what I mean? When I first started in this hobby, I didn't know nothing about it, and now I'm like an encyclopedia on the hobby, you know what I mean? So but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Alex RC Freak out. Peace.